This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon, where our brethren from different parts of Oregon, Washington, California, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming greet you. Come get to know all of our brethren from the Ecclesiastical District of Oregon and explore our activities, experiences, and sceneries. This is Oregon.
Hello to our viewers and listeners. Thank you for joining us here on INC Radio Oregon. I am your host for today, Sister Flo Guillermo, and I hope all of you are doing well. And we hope that your weekend is treating you nice. Our weather is a little bit cool, and hopefully we'll have more sunny weathers to come here in Vancouver, Washington, or there in Portland or Beaverton, wherever you may be today. All right. So before I go on and let you know who my co-host is, we have some birthday greetings, and I just wanted to say a very happy birthday to Cub Bernarda Monteclaro from Vancouver Local, May 20th, and uh, Ka Lydia Smith from Beaverton, May 24th. And then we're having some anniversary activities or anniversary wedding anniversaries, that is. And they are from Vancouver, uh, Lourdes and Eduardo Manzanillo, May 19, 2023, or 2024 is their anniversary date. And then Nelly Quinones Koski, May 23rd. And then, of course, we have an upcoming anniversary on May 21st. He is the resident minister of Hillsborough and St. Helens Group Worship Service. It's DJ and Sister MJ Angeles. Congratulations, Paul, and I hope that you have a wonderful celebration. All right, let's go and let's go chat with my co-host. Hello, sister. Hello, Geraldine.
Hello po. And I'm Geraldine Langit from the local congregation of Oregon City here in the Ecclesiastical District of Oregon. And I'm very excited to be here, Flo, because our topic is very exciting, very interesting topic. And before I give it back to you, I would like to greet my family. I would like to greet my mom and my dad, Lisa and Romel Langit. They're both working, so I hope you're staying safe, and as well as my sisters, Ate Christina Cassandra from Texas, and my Ate Melissa Langit in the Philippines, and as well as my Ate Adrian Langit here at home, as well as my pamangkin, my nephew, Aldrin Langit po. And I'm very excited to be here, Flo.
All right, Geraldine, thank you. Thank you for joining us and being here on our program today. And today we're going to just a little bit kind of have a little bit different format as different from our last, broadcast that we've been having. So, our topic today is moving toward sustainability. And so, sustainability, that's a big word, refers to conscious and responsible choices. that helps conserve our natural resources and ecosystem.
All right, Flo, thank you for that. But before we continue with our topic, I would like to talk to our viewers and listeners. So make sure to answer these questions in the live chat. These questions are: what does sustainability mean to you? And what actions do you take to contribute to Earth's sustainability? Again, what does sustainability mean to you? And what actions or what do you do to take to contribute to Earth's sustainability? And we'll be reading those comments later in the show.
All right. But before we go on um, to our discussion, Geraldine, let's go ahead and let's chat with, or actually read some of the greetings coming in from our live chat. And just wanted to say hello to Sister Rachel Samia, coming in from Great Falls Group Worship Service, Brother Noel Caritativo, from our Assistant District Minister. Thank you for supporting us. He said, happy viewing. Sister Rachel Cruz from Beaverton and coming in from um, are joining us with her family, the Ramones and Cruz family. Uh, Sister Cynthia Nash from Vancouver locale. Hello, Kuya Ronnie. He is all the way in Florida, I think. He said, hello, Oregon. And Ka Robin Orancha, greetings from local group worship service, um, Westlock, Alberta, Canada, and District of Edmonton, Canada. All the way from Canada, we have a listener out there. And Kabeni Castillo um, from Albany, Roseburg Group Worship Service, Eugene Group Worship Service. He's greeting all of our viewers and listeners. Sister Annalisa Pimentel from Albany, Roseburg Group Worship Service, and Eugene Group Worship Service. So we have some Southern brethren joining us, Sister Morietta Miller, Flora Pease Chapman, and Sister Louisa Ledesma. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. So, we'll wait for the answers coming in from our live chat, and hopefully our behind the scenes, Jess Guillermo is helping us. Maybe he can post a question there in our live chat. All right. We will, let's see, this may seem like such a big task, but we can make many small tasks into habits to protect where we live. Some might know that Oregon values taking care of our environment. So today, we will share some simple changes we could make in our everyday lives to help us move towards sustainability. I think sustainability is such a big word for, I think, all of us saying it too, but it's important to pay attention to what we're talking about because it helps us, especially here in Oregon. And yes, Oregon is very green. We're very much a place where we love to recycle and make sure that our environment is continuing to be green. So we need to keep our place sustainable. And so, what are some ways to be more sustainable? Um, Small ways. So let's start with small ways. We can, stop using those single-use items. What comes to mind for me, single-use items are the water bottles, and we are constantly using them a lot. And so the one way I could say is use those reusable mugs. So I have one right here with my water, and so let's use that and bring it with us and refill it wherever we can, and then we go on to recycling. Of course, we recycle those water bottles if all possible. Let's not use too much of that. And the other things that we can recycle could be like the paper products, paper bags, cardboard boxes that comes in when we have our happy mails. Happy mails, not happy meals. Happy meals. That's the one that gets delivered to our home. And then, of course, we can start a compost bin where we put our food waste in there, and we can use the compost for our gardening. We also, we want to make sure that we watch what we are wasting, and so double check what we're using. and what we're throwing out. It's good to be conscious about that. One other thing is be to buy local foods. And local foods meaning, we go to our stores that or our to the vendors that are local, and we purchase things from that. And then one other couple more things is to turn off the lights and other things that are not in use. And one thing is, I know we all do this. We leave our phone chargers in the electric sockets. You know that it eats electric. It may not seem big, but it does add up. So if you can, by all means, pull out your phone chargers out of the socket, and then if you want to use it again, put it back. But it's best because it builds a lot of your electric bill, and you don't want to be wasting your money on that. All right. And then lastly, of course, secondhand shopping is going to the thrift store and maybe be able to use or maybe donate our things that we are able to do. So, how about you for you, Sister Geraldine?
Yes, Flo, those are really good ways to live a sustainable life. I'm learning a lot while listening to your topic, and just want to add to some ways to live to be more sustainable. Is we all do this? I know when we wash our dishes or when we're brushing our teeth. Sometimes we forget to turn off the faucet and we just let it um, run while we're doing some other stuff without even using it. So it's important to keep in mind to always turn off the faucet when it's not being used. And another thing is, we always do this at home. So I thought it was a nice tip to share with you guys. Place a bucket under the shower to use when watering plants. So like you just, of course, without soap. So we're not using any soap, just place the bucket under the shower. So um, you're collecting water that you can also use to water your plants. So
Mm,
yes, that's a good tip. No,
that's a good
yes.
tip because I do notice that we're sometimes we do waste water and we do waste electric. So those are two of the important resources that we have here, and sometimes we do take it for granted, right, Geraldine? When it's the water and our electric, and of course, they cost money. We run up our bills. Okay, what's next?
Yeah, so after learning those small ways to be more sustainable, now we have some fun ideas that everybody can do that take more time, which could also be a way for the whole family to spend time with each other. So here are some of those fun ideas. First one is growing your fruits and vegetables. So having your own garden in the backyard. For our house, we don't really have like the big backyard. So what we do is we bought huge pots,
Mm-hmm.
and we planted there. So right now they're outside, just waiting for our vegetables, our tomatoes and eggplants to grow. And then next one is bike and walk when able to. So like for example, you have a nearby store that you want to do groceries to, you can also go there just walking, like bring your children so they could also carry those bags. And then it is also a great way to improve mental and physical health. And then lastly is to volunteer. So we kind of like adding to this are the church activities.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be a church activity. Like let's say the local community is doing like cleaning for the like some other volunteers kind of like cleaning the cars for other people and stuff like that. So those church activities, we often hold local cleanup drives in parks or beaches, and this is a great way to start. So just go on and join those church activities, and they may be very small because we do them sometimes like every week, but it helps a lot, not only for our church, but also for our community. And then another thing, kind of like what Sister Flo said about clothes. So clothing drives also help give back to our fellow people in need. Instead of throwing away your clothes that you don't wear anymore, other people can also wear them. So just make sure to do that as well.
Yeah, going back to your mini garden that you're putting together, Geraldine. I know it doesn't have to be like a big, area to have plants, and so even those plant boxes, you can start with those plant boxes and start your garden. I'm curious, what did you plant that you're waiting for?
Yeah.
Um,
Yes. Well, I know we have tomatoes, we have peppers, we have eggplants, and then my sister, at Adrienne, she
mhm.
planted flowers. So she's the one planting flowers, just so they're very pretty. And then my mom and my dad, well, we also helped them. They planted mustasa. I forgot what it is in English. It's like squash, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like a leaf that you could also put in your soup, like the Filipino soup called sinigang. So you could
Oh.
also use that for that.
Mm, okay, we're looking forward to more. Maybe, actually, this is a great time to be gardening. Our weather is starting to looks nicer, and so it's good to be out there in the sun and plant our own vegetables because I noticed that when I go groceries, it's getting very expensive, and so this is a great way to grow our vegetables. And of course, oh, Ka just said mustasa is mustard leaves.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
but
thank
thank
you
you.
for that. All right. And so on the we have a next piece, but I'd like to go back to our live chatters, and I seen one that had something about our topic today is Floripes Chapman. Open our windows early in the morning and let the cool air in our homes instead of turning our AC or our air conditionings right away. Ah, that's a very good tip, and I love that because actually we have natural breeze sometimes, and so I think I'll open my windows this summer and let the fresh air come in. And yes, using the air condition does take up electricity once again. So we want to keep our electrical bills down. And let's see. Greetings to who else is greeting us? Caruth Castillo from Albany. Um, Brother Rod Reyes from resident minister of Vancouver. And then we have Sister Diane Robinson from Vancouver. Kalexi, all the way from Albany, Eugene Group Worship Service, and Roseburg Group Worship Service. And yes, even Cynthia Nash mentioned mustasa, mustard leaves. And I just wanted to say hello to Sister Jennifer Castillo, all the way from Fruitland Group Worship Service there in Idaho. All right, let's continue with our discussion. And so, why is it important to take care of our environment? One of them is we need resources such as water and air to survive, reduce pollution, and be more conscious about how we treat this world, which is the first step to making this change. And so, taking care of our environment and making these small changes into habits can also help protect the future of our environment and our communities. So, now we can see how important, we have to take care of where we live in because of course, we live in a great place. Oregon and Washington State is a nice place to live in. Even in Idaho, the land is so vast. So let's take care of our resources and not waste them. And we can teach our children, even for those little things, those little habits. of what we need to take care of. Let me ask you, Sister Geraldine, well, in terms of one habit that, besides saving water, was something you learned when you came here or when you growing up?
I'd say one thing is using rags instead of paper towels.
Ooh,
Because
good one.
yes, for my family, we noticed that, here we always use a lot of paper towels. When we go to like the stores, the paper towel section is always almost running out, and so we use rags instead of paper towels to wipe the tables, or like wipe our hands when after washing our hands and stuff like that. So I think those simple things, because for those simple things helps a lot, instead of
Mhm.
because paper towels are from the trees as well, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go.
So
Good one.
yes, well, so instead of buying those, well, because rags, you can always like wash them and reuse them. So they're kind of like what you said, Flo, before. Like some ways to be more sustainable is stop using a single-use item, and paper towels are single-use items.
Yes.
So rag, you can always reuse them, reuse them, reuse them.
Yes.
And sometimes when they're super like dirty already, you can use them to wipe the floors
Yes.
as like a rag to wipe the floors.
Yeah. All right. That's a good one. Um, for me, I think I can't remember. But there's so many things I've learned that we take it on to our adult life. And yes, I love that part about using rags and not using paper towels as much. I'm guilty of it because sometimes I do use paper towels. Well, anyways, we're winding down to our last part of our show today. And so our takeaway: remember that God created this earth for us to live and enjoy its beauty and nature for as long as we live here. Our responsibility is to take care of it for ourselves and the future generations. So we hope that you have enjoyed our topic discussion today, and we're on to our next portion of our program.
All right. So that's a very, very I learned a lot from the topic, from our topic today. So now we're on to our video highlights, which is our CFO Day Unity game. So if our technical team in the Philippines could play the video, please play it now.
Dito sa mundo, habang tayo ay naglalakbay, mag-ingat-ingat, nanganganib kang maligaw. Huwag mong kaligtaan kung saan tayo talaga patungo, sa isang bayang sa ating ipinangako. Iba't ibang organisasyon sa CFO ay may misyon. Ang Christian Family Organization, we active together, INC forever. Christian Family Organization, we active together, INC forever. CFO, 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 Christian Family Organization.
we all had fun at the CFO Unity Games, Sister Geraldine. We enjoyed that, and we are looking forward to the regional Unity Games coming up. And stay tuned for that date. And just a couple more that I'd like to add before we say our acknowledgments. And Karabin Oranchuk from Canada, he said, "What is a good thing to use is water barrel to collect rainwater so you can water your plants with collected water and not use tap water and you can save money." So pretty much what your idea was, Geraldine, on that one. Cynthia Nash, she said, how about using your own recycle bags instead of buying plastic bags at the grocery store? And yes, that reminded me when we went to the grocery today, I forgot my bags, and so we must remember to put them in our cars. All right. Thank you so much for supporting our program today. And we'd like to say a special acknowledgement and greetings to our brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister, our brother Angelo Aranio Manalo, our CFO coordinator, SEBC CEO and president.
Yes, and thank you to everyone who has joined us on INC Radio Oregon today. And join us again next week. And don't forget to share this program link with your friends and family. And subscribe to INC Radio DZEM 954 on YouTube. And next up is INC Radio Alaska.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.